Hey, really glad you dropped by. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about mindful manifestation. I think mindfulness is on the tip of a lot of our tongues these days with the monks' walk for peace, because most of the Dharma talks are about mindfulness. And one of the main suggestions is to start your day with the decision that it's going to be your peaceful day, even writing that down on a piece of paper. And then to be mindfully aware throughout the day, reminding yourself that this is going to be your peaceful day. And that mindful awareness can also play right into manifesting, because that's what you're doing with that exercise that the monks are so perfectly relaying. You're directing your energy to create a peaceful day. And when things come up that try to break into that path, you're more aware and you can make different decisions. So you're more in control of your reality. You're not just going along on automatic. You're actually mindful. You're thinking. You're aware of how you want to feel, which in this particular instance is peaceful. So then what is mindful manifestation? It's the same thing. You're manifesting a peaceful day by what the monks are teaching, writing it down in the morning, and then reminding yourself through the day. Because ultimately, we are incredibly powerful creators. And ultimately, we may not understand that because it's been trained out of us by the systems that we have been living by that are now coming to our attention that, hey, maybe that's not so great anymore. Maybe I want to try it differently. Maybe I feel different than the dogma that's been placed in front of me, or the instructions, or the suggested rules to follow, or what I've learned in my education system. But back to mindful manifestation, since we do have this underutilized, under recognized ability of power within our own beings, you simply do exactly as the monks are suggesting. And my manifestation currently is I don't want to worry any longer about finances. And I am slowly manifesting that. And it's none of my business how that is created. But from past experience, I know that just putting that intention forward, writing it down if I need it, speaking it aloud, listening to topics that are going to re-emphasize that. But if I just simply focus on that concept, financial freedom is mine now. Everything is always working out for me financially. Money is no longer my issue. And mindfully recognize when the fear thoughts come up. How am I going to pay my bills this month? What is that money going to come in on time? How am I going to be able to afford what I need? When those fear thoughts come up, and if I can note them as just that, thoughts, and then redirect myself to my intention, which is feeling financially free, completely financially free, no more need to stress about finances. And I keep playing that out. Little things will start to happen. It comes in from left field. I don't even have to be specific, and I don't have to fake it until I make it. I just feel that resonance and I understand what that feels like and catch my thinking through mindfulness. catch my thinking of when I'm in fear over finances and redirect it back and write it down if I need to, and stop what I'm doing and sit quietly if I need to, or go for a walk if the fear is starting to add up and it's too great, or start to breathe when my anxiety about my finances comes up. This all will lead back to me again, feeling the intention, the original intention of feeling of financial freedom, of no longer having a need to worry about finances, of knowing that everything is in divine order and being cared for. If I continue to focus mindfully on the manifestation that I'm choosing, it will happen. It absolutely will happen. This has been my direct experience, and it doesn't always come in the way that I assume it should. And it doesn't always come by my planning, but it comes. I mean, the first thing that I manifested, I used to watch Barbara Walters, the interviewer, on my beanbag chair in my basement, on my belly, in a small town in central Pennsylvania. And I wanted to go to New York City and be like Barbara Walters. Well, I went to New York City. I worked in television production. I didn't exactly become like Barbara Walters because I didn't become, a television on camera interviewer, but I did interview people for a living. And Barbara Walters became my exercise client, my personal exercise client. This is very early on in my career. I wanted to be a film producer. I didn't even know what that was. Years later, I saw a book that would be great to translate into a movie, and I set it up as a movie, even though I didn't know anything about film producing. I've manifested over and over again. I wanted to get out of Los Angeles. I wanted a quieter environment. I loved living in the Catskills when I lived in New York and had a cabin there, but I didn't necessarily want to go back east. I live in Montana now. I live amidst mountains. I live on a prairie, so I can see 360 degrees around me, mountains. So mindfulness works and mindful manifestation is our natural right. It's our natural way of being. And it's becoming more obvious now as we continue to get more quiet. We're starting to pull away from, the cacophony of the social media and starting to really go inside and ask the question, what's important to me right now? And then mindfully attract that through manifestation. So, if you have interest in what I'm sharing, I will be conducting a course with a fellow associate and colleague in the future. And if you'd like more information about that, just email me info@susangold.us. The other thing that I would like to offer, if you've not already had one, is a grounding session with me. It's 30 minutes, and we will get quiet and I will help you ground, which is also going into your being and becoming mindful and aware of your authentic power. So, two offerings. And I hope you appreciated the message. If you did, I don't care if you like and subscribe, just share the video with somebody that will be helped, because we all deserve to step into our authentic and exquisite power. And we are powerful creators. So take good care, and we are in this together.